Okay, now that we've talked about how we grip the bat and we went over the three items that are important to gripping a bat, it's time to practice and try to figure out, well, what's going to work for you as far as how you're going to grip the bat going forward. So what we want to do when we practice this is, one, we want to realize that it may change. So right now, we're at the beginning of the lessons, we haven't quite developed our swing, so things may change and you may end up modifying your grip later on, and that's certainly fine. So right now we just want to try to get into a comfort zone, make sure we're taking into account the three rules that we talked about, and then later on we can always modify that and change the grip once you've changed your swing around or revamped your swing and got it to where you want it to be. The first thing I want you to do, though, when you're practicing this and practicing a new grip and trying these things out, is we need to realize a couple things that we haven't covered in the lessons yet, but are important in determining how the grip is going to feel. So the first thing is at point of contact, when we're swinging the bat, we want to have our bottom hand or backhand, we want that palm facing up. So our backhand, as it comes through the zone, we're going to have that palm facing up on contact. The top hand then is going to be facing down. So this is referred to palm up, palm down. So on contact, we want that bat coming through with our hands in that position. So basically, we don't want to roll our wrists over before or during contact. We want to keep that bat on a plane. And so I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, but if we roll the wrists, a lot of times what happens is the bat head is going to move and it doesn't stay on that plane. Okay, so rolling the wrists before contact is, we don't want to do that. We want to hit palm up, palm down, through the ball, through contact. Okay, so that when you have that, when you're practicing your grip, that may make a difference on what grip feels good as far as the alignment of the knuckles, how deep the bottom hand is, those things that we talked about. So when you do your practice swings, try to make sure you're not only feeling the grip, but making sure as you take your practice swings that you're palm up and palm down through where the contact zone is. The second thing is, we don't hit with square shoulders. The only time you would hit with your shoulders being, I guess, level to the ground is if you were going after a really high pitch. So if the pitch is way up and maybe there's a hit and run on or something, you have to swing, then that's the only time your shoulders are going to be level. As the pitch gets lower, we're going to naturally have some rotation here in our body that causes our shoulders to be uneven. So they're not going to be level with the ground. So when you're practicing out with your grip and taking some swings, don't just swing with your shoulders level. Don't take it. If that's the way you hit before, we're going to change that. So I want you to get used to having a little bit of shoulder tilt, have this elbow is going to come through. I think those are a couple things that are important that you just do when you're practicing the grip and practice swinging, is that you have palm up, palm down. Okay, our back elbow is going to come down and our shoulders are going to tilt a little bit. So what you do is take a few practice swings and let's see if we can do those things and try out the different parts of our grip.